Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx, welcome back to Everlasting Summer, and welcome back to a very hard choice. We are going to pick strawberries with Lena or Slavia. Which one should I choose? I seriously have no idea. However, I think we might be slightly on a better relation with Slavia. So maybe we should go that way. I didn't want to walk here alone and hope that Slavia would join me, but I couldn't bring myself to ask. Well, it's obvious. One basket for me, one for you too. No, let me go with you. Slavia smiled. Okay. I was a bit surprised, but I was also glad that it turned out like this. Lena seemed to take no offense at all. That went better than expected. The ripping has commenced. The strawberries were delicious here, indeed. I could probably eat them all if I didn't stop myself in time. Despite being wild grown, the berries were close to the garden, once in size, and had a rich red color, so it was clear that our visit here wasn't in vain. Slava was walking right beside me as we had only one basket. I felt like a mushroom picker looking under every shrub and searching through the grass carefully. Pay attention! An entire bunch of strawberries had been left behind. Yeah. Sorry. It's fine. You must enjoy being here, don't you? You like nature after all. Of course I do. Slavia smiled. It reminds me of my home. We have similar beautiful birches here, there. She gazed dreamily somewhere into the distance. Look, I've always wanted to ask, what do you like in general? You look busy 24/7 and it seems like you have no time to rest at all. Hey? She started to think. I don't know, really. Doing a variety of activities is enjoyable for me. Well, that's understandable, but still. I like knitting and sewing. Things like that. Slavia took a handkerchief out of her pocket. There were red, yellow and green flowers embroidered on it. They were entangled with each other in a complicated way, creating sophisticated geometric forms. Such a typical Russian handmade handkerchief. Glimpsing it, I instantly imagined Slavia dressed in an ancient sarfana, sitting on a bench beside a ramshackle house with a crowd of playing children running around. It's quite cute. Thanks. Let me give it to us you gift. Such a proposal embarrassed me. You shouldn't. No, take it! I looked at the handkerchief once again and put it into my pocket. Thank you. There were so many strawberries here that after a mere half an hour we had the basket filled up to the brim. It seems we're done. Yeah, we've got a lot, so it should surely be enough. When we got back to the boat, Lena wasn't there yet. She'd need more time to fill the basket by herself. Yeah, I guess so. I looked at the river. Sun sparkles happily dancing across the water surface were the only thing that distinguished it from a mirror. That's how calm the river seemed. What are you thinking about? Nothing really. And you? Me? What will happen once vacation is over? We'll have to leave this camp and go back to our homes. Will I ever see anyone I met here again? Kawaii. Freaking cute right now, don't you think? Will I ever see you again? She looked at me with her eyes so full of sorrow that I couldn't think of what to say. Then I came out of nowhere, breaking the silence. Oh, you're done already. Here. She showed us a basket full of strawberries. Great. Now we can go back. And I still had Slavia's face and those words of hers on my mind. I'm not surprised. Sadness and sorrow weren't the kinds of emotions typical of her. Could she be hiding them all the time under a mask of cheerfulness? I had no answer to this question and I knew I couldn't find one either way. Maybe later. The way back took less time as I tried to concentrate on rowing and ignoring everything else. My only wish was to get back alive, as the first trip hadn't gone without consequences, and now my hands started to hurt after only a few sweeps of the oars. Having tied up the boat, I fell to the ground with no energy left. Slav and Lena laid over me. You could have said something if it was so hard for you. Yes. Never mind, it's fine. I'll just lie here for a bit and everything will be alright. Okay then. Get those baskets to Olga Dmitrievna, please. We have something else to do. Yeah, sure. I was ready to agree with anything at the moment, just so I wouldn't have to get up. Slavia put the basket full of strawberries next to me and headed to the square, happily chatting with Lena about something. The hardest part is done, anyway. You sure? That's what I thought before. I got up and took the baskets. After drawing, I felt like cement bags, even while weighing barely more than a few kilograms each. So the trip to the camp leader's cabin took much longer than usual. I had to stop every 50 meters to have a rest. Once I finally made it, I put the baskets on the ground and sat on the deck chair with difficulty. Olga Dmitrievna! Olga Dmitrievna, I've got presents for you! There were no answers. There was no answer. I barely managed to get up and enter the cabin. There was nobody there. If you don't need them, it's up to you. I lay down on the deck chair and fell asleep. I had a weird dream about a strawberry race. I was rowing a boat with my last ounces of strength, trying to escape huge berries that were chasing me. My hands were failing me, and I could barely see anything because of the sweat covering my face. Blood was hammering in my temples, but the strawberries were getting closer. They were baring their teeth at me. But wait, strawberries with teeth? Semyon! Semyon! I woke up. Olga Dmitrievna was standing beside me, shaking my shoulder. I see you got a rich harvest, didn't you? Yep, I tried my best, thanks to the girls' help. Thanks to the girls' help? Okay, but that's not all. Seriously, I was just anticipating the lovely rest I was about to have. Do you even know what these strawberries are for? Not a clue. What an honest confession. Well, make a cake out of them. I see. Well, that makes sense. To honor the miraculous rescue of Shurik. And it's all thanks to you. It was clear that getting the strawberries wasn't the last thing left to do. You will have to do a cake. And why? Please tell me, if I'm such a hero, why do I have to organize a celebration in my name all by myself? Well, I guess... So? I have an important task for you, of course. We are missing, yes, flour and sugar. And need it all in the canteen before dinner. And those who will make the cake can deal with it on their own somehow. Asked pitifully. Of course they can't. All of them are busy. And you are the only one in the whole camp who does nothing. While her words were partly true, that doesn't make it any easier for me now. Moreover, those words felt like a bullet to my head. So write it down. You get yeast in the infirmary, flour in the library, and sugar in the clubhouse. Wait, I have no time, I'm in a hurry! Good luck! She smiled slyly and left. Of course, there are a lot of strange things in this camp, but... Yes, in the infirmary. Okay, I can deal with that, but... Flour in the library? And sugar? No, it's way beyond my comprehension. I spat on the floor. I don't want to go and I will not believe this. Tell me, just tell me, Red, pulling my leg. I would not be surprised if a crowd of fat green trolls would appear here right now beside me, with every one of them feeling obligated to laugh at me. So maybe to hell with this cake. I weighed my options for some time. Now, if such a major plan of Olga Dmitrievna's fell through, I'd be far in for a world of hurt. And it would complicate both my life in the camp and my search for answers, which I've stopped for quite a while. It seems I have no choice. Infirmary first. I feel like I visited the infirmary too often recently. No, you don't, but what can I do? That's how things pan out. I sighed and knocked on the door. Come in, the nurse said with a trace of a sing-song accent. Come in. Good afternoon. Olga Dmitrievna has sent me to get some... I said slightly. Yes. Ah, sure. She gave me a broad smile. Of course she did. It's just that I don't have any. Pioneer. How so? She said that... Well, I had some, but now there's none left. I didn't even bother asking why she had it in the first place. Well, don't you worry. You can have some aspirin, for example. That could be of some use to me, actually. Where do I get it then? I sighed. Take this. She opened the drawer and pulled out some kind of bottle. I took a closer look. Can come back. Was a well-known brand of cheap beer in USSR. Okay. It was okay. The beer. What's the matter? Beer is also a fermented product. She gave me a deep gaze. Nobody will even notice. She had a point, but everything just looked so aggressive to me that I couldn't find anything to say. Are you sure? Absolutely. Okay then. The bottle clearly wouldn't fit into the pocket of my shorts. Well, thanks. I mumbled shyly, leaving the infirmary. Well, beer certainly could replace yeast. Even my limited knowledge of chemistry and biology was enough to accept this. But generally walking around with this bottle in my hands looked like a silly idea to me, so I decided to bring it to Olga Dmitrievna's cabin and hide it there. But I had to reach it somehow without anybody noticing the beer. I hid the bottle under my shirt. And everything would have been fine, but Slavia called out to me at the square. Actually, she sprang out from behind me so suddenly that I even gave a start. So how's it going? What exactly? Your search for ingredients. So you know already. Yeah, I do. Slavia smiled. It's going alright. I answered, trying not to give away my unrest. And what do you have her there? She pointed at the bottle sticking out from under my shirt. This. She got me. It's nothing. I blushed with a silly giggle. It's time to go. I was almost running, leaving the square with the puzzled Slavia behind. It's great that she's one of those people who don't ask unnecessary questions. But there are people in this camp who like nothing better than to poke their noses into other people's business. Passing the pioneers' clubs, I stumbled upon Uliana. What are you hiding there? She gave me one of her cheeky looks. I thought there was no point in denying anything, so I replied in a provocative manner. It's none of your business. I'm a cipher officer bringing a message to headquarters. That's certainly a big message. I was carrying the bottle at least height, so I was slightly embarrassed. You want some help? I deal with it on my own. I walked past her confidently and proceeded on my way. To my surprise, she didn't say anything, nor try to pursue me. There was nobody at Olga Dmitrievna's cabin, so I successfully managed to stuff the bottle under my bed. Once I got outside, I sighed with relief. Really, I couldn't believe that I would even worry that much about a single bottle of beer. Like I was back in high school. It's a good thing it's safe now. Even if somebody finds it, I claim that it's not mine. I could always think up of a suitable excuse from my enormous experience. Library. If every other place on the cake ingredient list made at least some sense to me, then flour from the library made none. I thought hard about who would put it in the library and why, but couldn't find an insane explanation after all. Given Xenia's harsh nature, I'd better knock first. Open! Xenia peered at me closely from behind her glasses. What do you want? Don't think anything weird, but I don't want to look like an idiot and decide to explain things carefully. I need some flour. Olga Dmitrievna said that it's here. I understand that it sounds strange to keep the flour in the library, but I was sent to you, and it's needed for a cake to celebrate Shurik's rescue. Yeah, I have the flour. What's so strange about it? Xenia replied with surprise. At that second, I felt like I'd been hit on the head with a heavy wave and lost the ability to understand anything at all. Flour in the library. Sure, what's so strange about it? We're in Wonderland. I'm Elise. Now I'm gonna eat that magic mushroom and I'll be back home! Hey. Yeah? I was daydreaming. Wait here, I'll be right back. She disappeared behind the bookshelves while I folded my hands and started waiting. A moment later, the sound of trapdoor groaning on its highness reached me. Hey, you need some help? I inquired loudly. I'll deal with it. Xenia barked out to me. She seems to be in the basement, so I'll have to wait a little. Okie dokie. A few minutes passed, but Xenia still hadn't returned. I was starting to get worried when the door was suddenly flung open and Alisa came into the library. She looked surprised to seeing me here. What are you doing here? Am I not allowed to be here? I said rudely to her. Alisa was clearly a bit overwhelmed. What do I care? She snorted and headed to Xenia's table. And why are you here then? Alisa measured me with her eyes carefully and almost opened the mouth to say something, but then seemed to change her mind and turned away, hiding her hands behind her back. Returning a book? I blurted the first thing off the top of my head. It's none of your business, she replied with a hint of hesitation. What book is it? Alisa was silent. Oh, come on, let me see it. I wonder what Miss High Voltage Keep Away reads. It's none of your business. Her voice was even less confident. Okay, I don't insist on anything, or anything. In fact, I was quite interested to find out what Alisa was reading. Moreover, I was quite amused to see a book in her hands. TV, movies, or a computer, if one were available here. All these things seemed to be much more appropriate entertainment for a girl like her. But she had a book instead. Tried to snatch the book out of Alisa's hand. Stay on guard. No, let's not try to snatch. Curiosity killed the cat. Anyway, it's Alisa, and that means it could quickly turn into a total mess. Plus, I still have ingredients to collect. Well, I'll come later. Alisa left the library quickly without looking at me. It got me thinking. What could this book be about if she was so ashamed of it? And ashamed. Alisa is something extraordinary by itself. But Alisa ashamed about a book? But what's the point in guessing now? There's no way to find anything out. Finally, Xenia's deep groan rang out, reaching each and every corner of the library. Grab it! I passed by the bookshelves and beheld the perspiring librarian sitting near the trapdoor leading into the basement with a small sack next to her. Well, they might have some sort of storehouse down there. Thanks. I took the sack and left the library. Thank goodness it wasn't too heavy, so I carried it down to Olga's cabin without too much effort. Alright, to the clubhouse in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed that so far, and see you then. Bye.